So what we're going to do now that we have the electrical assembly in, you snug them down and just back it off 1/8 of a turn. What you want, the object of this is, for gapping purposes, you want it just to be very snug to hold it down so it doesn't move back and forth, attracting to the magnet. What we're going to do next is torque the bolts to 20 foot-pounds and all the spring bolts. Sequence does not matter as long as they're all torqued. Go ahead and torque your armature adapter, make sure it's tight while you're doing it. Now that Okay, now that the bolts are torqued, we want to gap our feeder. This is the gap gauge. We have a 90 thousandths gap. And we're going to try and show you the best we can. So we're good in the, we're loose in the front, tight in the back. Okay. What we do, Terry, you want to look at this? I have a bar. It's got a slight bend on it that just gives me a nice even hit. And we take it, and then we check our gap again. Go ahead. Okay. So now that we've got our gap, both sides, feeder needs to be high potted. We have green stickers with initials of the person who high pots each coil to make sure that these coils or electrical assemblies are not damaged after they are put in. So each one has to be high potted to the electrical specs stated. After that is done, we take and we put tape all around your nameplate holes to ensure that there's nothing that's foreign that's going to get in there. Now if you're going to build a feeder, then prior to putting your nameplates on, you have to put your nameplates on with your serial numbers on one side. You put a bead of silicone around the holes, put your gasket on your nameplates, and use your screws that are specified on the drawing, tighten them down, and that makes everything a watertight seal. I guess that's the end of this video. What we want to do is, I'm sorry, this is not the end. Each feeder must be tested prior to shipment. What we do is we have a test weight, 8 pounds, that we have made. We just take it and we clamp it to the feeder, or bolt it to the feeder with bolts that hold down. Okay, then what we'll do is you connect it to a Unicon control. We have alligator clips for each one. We connect it to a Unicon control, start at 0, and run it up to 100% or 60 thousandths. We try to obtain 60 thousandths amplitude without it striking. You cannot start it at 100% voltage because of the way the feeder is designed. All the weight is right here. It's not going to allow you to start at 100%. You start it at 0, work it up to 100%. And make sure you can either 100% or 60 thousandths, whichever comes first. We just want to make sure that the feeder and the gap, the feeder is put together properly, the gap is proper, and you can get 60 thousandths out of an 8 pound test weight.